We are checking in again with the Quincy City Council President, Councilor at Large Noel DeBona, who is back on his morning constitutionals. Hey, Noel.
Good morning, Joe. How are you?
Doing great. Hope you had a nice holiday.
We did. It was really good. It was cold, but like it is this morning, 28 degrees. But it's good. I hope everybody had a good Christmas, good holiday in general.
Yeah, this will be our last chat for 2022, right? Because you had your last meeting.
So true. Yes, we will.
And what was on the agenda for the 19th?
The 19th, which was a week ago on Monday, which Paul Hines, the director of public buildings, came into the city council and gave us an update basically on the projects that have been completed, the projects in the pipeline, and then any future projects. I want to thank over September, October, November, December, as a city council president, along with the mayor, we sit down and we do our agendas. But we allowed all four commissioners / directors from DPW, Public Works. We had Natural Resources and the TPAL, the Traffic, Park, and Alarm and Lighting, and then we had Public Buildings. So we had all four commissioners / directors in the city council giving us updates on what's going on across the city. Obviously, we've done a lot of bonding to do a lot of projects throughout the city. We've taken advantage of a lot of MSBA programs with schools and stuff. So we wanted to make sure that, the taxpayers of the city of Quincy, what their funding is being allocated towards. And it's been a great update. And what's great about QATV is what you guys do is you have these uploaded on YouTube, and folks that are listening and or know that you can go back on to the website and look up these meetings. And we actually have all four of them have PowerPoints where you can actually follow along of what updates have been done across the city. Public Buildings Director Paul Hines came in front of the city council and he updated us. I'm already at 700 steps before I saw you, Joe. So I'm really trying to get him in today, especially all that food over the holidays. But
yeah, working off those calories.
I'm working them off right now. I got to stay under 200. It's been tough, but we'll continue to do it. But Director Hines came in and gave us an update across the city, what's been doing, and what we're allocating our funding towards. Some of the major projects of obviously the Richard DeCristofaro Learning Center, which is the special education center that's in the pipeline. It's been it's been difficult with obviously the construction costs as well as the materials. That was a total gut job over there on Old Colony behind Central Middle School. So it needed a lot of work. We were proposed to put that into and possibly opened in this, fall of 2023. If the timeline's not good, Director Hines said it would probably be right after the new year, spring of 2024. We don't want to really rush that one because we want to make sure we do it correctly. So that particular project is definitely there and we're getting really close. Obviously, we need it for our special education children in the city of Quincy. So we're looking forward to that project. We also have Broad Meadows has the auditorium being done over. That took a little bit of time. And that's in the pipeline and that's being done. Some of the other things, obviously Squantum Elementary School is in the pipeline and we're looking forward to having that MSBA program. We had Thomas Crane Public Library. We had a branch over in the North Quincy section that just got open in the last year, which was great. And then there's other projects that Director Hines did. The Fore River Clubhouse. It's been a problem over there. It has to be joiced up on one section of the clubhouse, but that's past Monday, the previous Monday before it was opened. So folks in the Ward 2 area, folks in the Fore River area, let folks know that the right side of the building is opened and on the left side it still needs to be renovated. So we had a lot of funding set up from our Speaker of the House, Mariano, got some funding for us in the past, and before Councilor Andronico was Councilor Kroll. And Director Hines has finally got that open. So we're trying to get the word out and let folks know that they can use that clubhouse. Because that's definitely been on the agenda for the last year where folks were looking to get that, go and use the building.
That's good news for sure. I know it's over 100 years old, so I'm sure it needed a lot of work.
Oh, it needed a lot of work. It needs to be joiced up on one side. It really needs to be gutted out and it needs to be done correctly. You really can't have folks in there on the left side of the building, but the right side is open and we can do, other meetings. We can do where some of the senior citizens, they don't want to go across the city to the Kennedy Center they're over 1,000 Southern Artery or other senior housing buildings over there in the Ward 2 area, they can definitely go and use the Fall River Clubhouse. We just got to make sure that we do the correct build out on the other side. And I've been working with Councilor Andronico over this over the last year since he's been on the council, and Councilor Crowe when he was on. So very important part of the Ward 2 / Quincy Point area. Some of the other projects, were funding that was set up at the fire stations, some of the different stations across the city. And that was put in the PowerPoint if folks want to look at it. But other than that, I wanted to thank Director Hines for coming in and really just giving us updates. We obviously have animal shelters in there, as well as the public safety headquarters, which we've already appropriated and talked about quite a bit here on QATV and in the city council meetings. So Director Hines was the fourth leg of the 4x100 relay of the updates across the city. And I want to thank all four of them for coming in, because it just allows the public to know what's going on in the city, and allows us. The PowerPoints are very important because they allow the viewers to be watching them and then going along with them, especially up at the council in front of the well. All 8 of us councilors, until we get a new councilor in for Ward 4, are able to use that. So I appreciate all the time and effort for all the commissioners that put into it coming in.
Very good. That's great. It's good to know.
As for the other thing is the Ward 4 special elections coming up very soon here, Joe. I've been actually fielding a lot of calls and emails and neighborhood meetings / stuff over in Ward 4. So the special election, which is a preliminary, is going to be happening on Tuesday, January 17th, day after Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And then the final election for the special election is 3 weeks later on February 7th, which is a Tuesday. So we have back-to-back Tuesdays over 3 weeks to get a new Ward 4 councilor. If you want to update and find out a little bit about the candidates, obviously you can actually do a very simple thing is Google, but the Quincy Sun actually has a really good update, as well as the Patriot Ledger, about the candidates. If you just Google Ward 4 special election, I'm sure you'll get information on that.
Yeah, and we'll have all 4 candidates here on QATV as well, talking about their platforms.
There you go, Joe. You'll have that. When is that going to be coming out? Do you know?
We already one of them's already running with Joel Bonaventura, so that's available online right now. And then we'll have Matthew Lyons the following week, Sharon Santolo, and also James Devine.
That's great. That's great. We'll allow the viewers and the voters out there in Ward 4. Obviously, I think it's right around 9,000 voters in the Ward 4 area, total registered voters. I would predict maybe 1,000 come out for this one. Maybe the preliminary gets 800. I mean, I'll talk more with Madam Clerk, City Clerk Crispo, to let us know what she thinks the predictions are. But that looks like, I think, right around that range. Imagine going out here in the 28-degree weather, just kind of campaigning. It's not always easy.
No, exactly. But there will be mail-in and early voting too. People can take advantage.
Absolutely true. And anybody can request those early votings. There's no reason now for the absentee / early voting. There used to be a reason. You have to give a reason why you want to go. But you can just go and vote up at City Hall Monday through, I believe, Thursday. And then we have a Saturday in there right before the election. So folks can go in and vote. Or you can do the mail-in, request a mail-in ballot and mail it in.
Yeah, exactly. You do have to request it. It won't be sent out to you automatically.
No, in this particular special election, you are right, Joe.
Right. Very good.
Well, that's really it, Joe. And I'm wishing everybody a happy, healthy, prosperous new year coming up, 2023. Looking forward to it myself personally. This past year, on a personal note, it's been a tough year. My wife went through some breast cancer, and she had to do chemotherapy, which back in January, February, March of this past year in 22. So we're looking for, my dad had a stroke out in March. So we're looking forward to 23. I'll tell you that much. Both of them are in a good recovery process. And, it's been a challenging year as being the first year as a president of the city council. So it's definitely been challenges, but, we got through it, Joe. We got through a year of doing our QATV updates here.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. No, it's a great way to just kind of encapsulate the meetings so folks can understand what's happening.
Oh, and I look
Um,
forward to it. I missed it last week, Joe. I think you were out last week.
I did have some time off last week. Yes,
Good for you. You deserve it.
thank you. When's the first council meeting of the new year?
First council meeting will be Monday, January 9th. We'll be back in session and look forward to 23 with good things that are happening across the city. Revitalization, getting those roads and sidewalks done as well.
That's
And a lot
great.
of other things as well. But, we really like to get those done. And all across the city has been doing a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I didn't know if you wanted to comment at all on the I didn't talk to you about this beforehand, but the graffiti that was found at Quincy High School recently.
Yes, it's really, really unfortunate. I know Principal Ford, and it's unfortunate that that stuff like that happens. It's obviously going to be an investigation inside the school, inside the bathrooms, I guess it happened. And it's just, we don't need that here in Quincy, Mass. We don't need any of that. So, I mean, that's really my basic comments. And we're all trying to get along, whatever you believe in and whatever you think of. You just have to just get along, and you can't be derogatory like that. So it's uncalled for. I hope we don't, I hope the authorities or the upper inside the schools take care of this correctly and find out who the culprits are to this.
Yeah, it's as you say, it's an unfortunate incident that nobody wants to, have happen in their system, but it's something I think you have to acknowledge and call out.
It's just very, very unfortunate. I was kind of like very unhappy to hear that had happened, and to have that happen in one of our schools here in this day and age. And we're going into 2023 where, it's a time where we come off the last couple of years with all the COVID situations, and then all the stuff that had happened across the nation with our social justice. And we just can't continue to have this. So, we just have to do really a better job. Obviously, surveillance wise is throughout our schools. There's only so much you can do, but inside and outside the schools. Also, the safety of our schools is another issue that we have to do a better job with as well.
Yeah, I know that the schools have their very own diversity, equity, inclusion director. The city still has not hired one. Are you concerned about that?
Yes, we've put it in front of the mayor, and the mayor has said, he's had a commission for that. And, as city councilors, we can only direct and allow things and we give it to the mayor, and it's up to the mayor to make that decision. And that's why you're the mayor. You're the mayor. You make a lot of the big time decisions. And us at the city council level, we can put forward resolutions. We can put forward recommendations. But at the end of the day, it's really up to him. He went to a step further with getting the commission. I know my fellow councilor Ian Kane is on that. I believe he's the chair of that commission. So I put it in the hands of the next people. The commissions, it's in their hands right now. And if they make a recommendation to do that, I'll definitely be along with it as well.
All right. We will check in again on January 10th of 2023.
January 9th, I believe it's a Monday. So
yeah. So you and I will talk on the Tuesday.
I appreciate it, Joe. You make sure you have a great day and enjoy the festivities for New Year's, and I wish you the best.
Thank you so much. Same to you and your family, Noel. Happy, healthy.
Thank you so much, Joe. You take care. Have a good day.
Okay.